The Leafs are cooking, man. There's no two ways about it. They got goalied in Montreal, but definitely didn't play awful in that game by any means, and then came back with 3 pretty decisive wins. I know anytime on social media or anything you mention the Leafs doing well, you're gonna have quite a few people saying, oh, well, what about the playoffs? They suck come playoff time. None of this matters. Wake me up in April, and I get it. The fans who feel that way definitely have reason to, but it's a long season, and especially when there are guys outside of the usual suspects who catch your attention and make you wonder how much they can help the team, that stuff's always exciting, and in the Leafs beat down of the Kings tonight, Bobby McMahon really stood out. Now, of course, a lot of that has to do with the fact that he scored 2 goals, but this is also just a really interesting player. Like, this is the type of guy that if he was healthy last year during the playoffs, I think could have played a playoff folk hero type role, not just by providing some offense, but the physicality as well. They could have really used him in that Boston series, and it's a shame because he had a good year leading up to that. Like, you look at the numbers, 15 goals, 24 points in 56 games. It's not eye-popping by any means, but it goes deeper than the numbers. He was a really effective middle six player. I'm disappointed we didn't get to see him show out under the spotlight of the playoffs. He's, as is, pretty well liked among a lot of Maple Leaf fans, but I really think that had he played in the playoffs, it would have turned a lot more people into McMahon truthers. This year, on the other hand, started a little rocky for 74. By all accounts, didn't have a great camp, so much so that he started the season as a healthy scratch. And all of a sudden, you're sitting there wondering, alright, was last year just a flash in the pan? I mean, this guy did go undrafted. Is he just in and out of the lineup, 4th liner? He gets in the second Leafs game of the season on the 4th line with Steven Lorentz and David Kampf, auditioning for more minutes and more games, sure, but that really seemed to be an energy, spark plug, crash and bang type line. He goes and scores in that game. Wasn't a highlight reeler by any means. From far out, fillets it through the Seamus Casey screen. Bobby's on the board. Turn the page and now he's getting a look in the top 6 alongside Nylander and Domi. If you don't watch a lot of Leaf games, you look at the lineup, it's like a bit of a jarring choice, but if you follow the team, you know that it makes pretty perfect sense, even with guys like Robertson and Pacioretty available, although Pacioretty was scratched. On the first goal, Domi gets it in a prime spot, trying to slide it over to Nylander. Instead, goes off of Mikey Anderson's stick right to McMahon. He could have just tried to backhand shovel this thing through traffic and hope for the best, but a quick little backhand forehand and all of a sudden Bobby's got 2 on the year, not in the game. Yet. Then his second one's a great play by Nylander, gotta talk about it. Pokes it past Gavrikov to go north, sees McMahon as an option but has to contend with 2 guys who are looking to take away that lane. The little how do you do to deal with Burrows, but also slides it just out of Gavrikov's reach but right in McMahon's. He walks in, nice finish. There's some chemistry brewing between Nylander and McMahon. Then a little later we see the same thing but reversed. McMahon's coming down, sees Nylander as an option, waits for Anderson to bite, slides it past him, just out of the reach of guess who, Gavrikov, and right in 88's wheelhouse. He didn't score there, but still some pretty good chemistry brewing there. Domi didn't look too shabby at all either. Not sure you're going to rely on Bobby McMahon to be a top 6 player for the whole season, but he's proven he can hold his own very well as a really good middle 6 guy. Makes some plays with the top guys and he's got some finish, and to top it off, he's got a nice stash. He's the total package. Oh, and the physical play too. Laid the boom on Anderson in this one. This guy can be a serious asset. No, he's not going to score 60 goals. He's not a straw that stirs the drink, but if you're the Leafs, you need more guys like Nyes, like McCabe and McMahon to help win you those tough games when you're not going to be able to highlight reel dangle your way to a win. Also, how about Stolars? Leaf Nation's got to be feeling pretty good about him. I think that even when Woll comes back, until he proves to you that he isn't, I think Stolars is your number 1 guy. Give me your thoughts in the comments. If you want more Leaf content, you know what to do. Like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. You're awesome.